Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shakti Bhakti Raghava Swami Iti Namine Namaste Gaura Savan Sada Nivinitatmane Yoda Prabharam Ramashram Pracharine. Dear God brothers, God sisters, wherever you are, on this most auspicious appearance day ceremony of our beloved Guru Maharaj, I think it's his 75th appearance day. I've been asked to make a small video with some memories of how I met him and what I can remember. When you look back, it's quite difficult actually to, in the right sequence, remember things. I'll just, some of the highlights, maybe when I first met him. I was a student back then in 1987. I was doing my engineering in Kolkata at Jadavpur University. And actually my roommate, who is our godbrother, he's from Sikkim, Mahavir Prabhu, Mahesh Chetri that time. He had moved out of the hostel and was living somewhere else. And he had met a devotee, came in contact. And one day while we were sitting, talking, few other friends, he asked something like, how many of you believe in God? So, most of us were atheistic or whatever. Anyway, then later on after everybody left, he mentioned to me about that he's been going to this ISKCON temple in Calcutta. And he has met a sannyasi. At that point in time, I had really no idea what the sannyasi was. I had some kind of a funny image in my head of somebody like a yogi, bearded, quite mystical, distant. So anyway, I went to the temple with him. First time I was there, Guru Maharaj wasn't there. The sannyasi wasn't there. So after one or two visits, I was told that the sannyasi is back and you can go and see him. So if you have been to Calcutta temple, it's the temple room, and next to that there's actually Srila Prabhupada's room, which Guru Maharaj used to stay in also. So I went in, and to my surprise, it was not the image that I had in my head. He was a radiant, jovial, very friendly person I met, quite grave also at times, and very committed. So that was my first meeting. It was probably around March 1987. And then I started coming regularly. We used to come almost every morning, early morning, attend the morning program and then go. And then slowly we used to come and sit in front of Guru Maharaj, talk to him. He used to, sometimes it's no one else, just me and him. And I would just sit there and he would tell me about the misdirected youth of India. Because prior to him moving to Calcutta, he was in Mayapur, where he actually did a lot of village preaching. And he set up, from different sources I've heard, I don't know the correct figure, but maybe 1,000 or so Namahata centers he set up in Bengal. He used to speak Bengali fluently back then. Even now I think he remembers quite a bit. And then his focus moved, once he left Mayapur, to starting something with the youth of India, educated youth kind of. So he used to tell me his vision. I used to listen to what his thoughts were about the youth, the misdirected youth, that how culture and tradition and people are not interested in spiritual life, how it's all eroding, at the degradation, how people are becoming very westernized. And I was personally like that too, listening to rock music and jazz and all that. So he used to tell things like that, and then he would finally say, and if we can do something, it'll make Srila Prabhupada so happy. So I would think, wow, he's actually not doing all this for himself. It's not his personal, for his personal motive, something like that, but actually it's to please his Guru Maharaj. So whatever he was doing or whatever he does is always has been to please his Guru Maharaj. That has been his main focus, which we understand is the way to progress in spiritual life. Even today with Varnashram, which is Srila Prabhupada's uncompleted mission, that has been Guru Maharaj's personal mission now to accomplish. So going back to 1987, so he used to talk about doing something with the youth. So I used to come with Mahavir Prabhu, Mahesh back then. We used to come in the mornings. Some other boys and girls used to come also to the temple at other times. So and they would come and see him also. So he invited us all on a Saturday afternoon, I think. And we all came, and he said we'll have a small program. So of course we had kirtan, Maharaj gave a talk, and after that he showed us, I still remember there's a huge television, big, not the flat screen ones nowadays, but big massive thing. We had to carry it into the room, and with a VHS tape we watched World of Hare Krishnas. He showed us all that. Then we had some prasadam. So that was the first informal meeting of BYS, Bhaktivedanta Youth Service, that Guru Maharaj formed. Then from there it built, it became bigger. We used to go out to colleges, preach there. At the weekends, some of us would sometimes come on a Friday evening to Mayapur and set up a table outside the temple entrance door. Back then there were very few people. It was a small campus, not like now. So some tourists from Calcutta would come, and they are more open that time to hear about Krishna, unlike when you meet them in the city. So we would catch them in Mayapur, talk to them, give them our contact, our BYS program details, and they would show up. Sometimes they carried on and became BYS members, started chanting. So in about 1 year's time, it became from about 5-6 of us in the beginning to almost 50 members of BYS. So I used to love coming to the temple and meeting Guru Maharaj. I would just come, sit in front of him. He was very, very approachable, very kind, very open. I had some bad habits too back then, smoking and all, but he never really pushed me, although he used to tell me it's not good for you. And he used to tell, don't waste your time. Now you are in your 20s, very soon before you realize you'll be 30s, 40s, 50s. Now when I look back, I think, yeah, time just flew actually. He was very right. So wasting any time in thinking, okay, I have enough time, I'm young, is not the right attitude. One should take it up seriously and not waste this valuable time we have in our hands. So another thing I remember was I used to bring friends, or even caught the head of philosophy department, Jadavpur University, who was almost, I think in his 70s or 80s, some professor emeritus, big name in philosophy. And Guru Maharaj was almost half his age probably at that point. And when you put them face to face, people come in front of Guru Maharaj face to face, it seemed like he could see through these people, being in a more elevated consciousness, and because of his purity, he could see through these people. So even this professor of philosophy, I remember I was sitting there next to them, and there was exchange back and forth. This philosopher was giving big philosophies, and Guru Maharaj used to smile and listen and then give a one-liner which would kind of smash his whole idea. So that continued for some time, and then Guru Maharaj gave him some prasadam, and finally I still remember that philosopher offering obeisances to Guru Maharaj, and then I took him back by car to the campus. So some memories like that. In 1988, the following year, there was an All India university professors, teachers strike about pay scales and all that, I think. 1 whole month. So it was perfect opportunity. There was no classes all over India, I remember. So every morning, just come to the temple, spend time after the morning program, be with Guru Maharaj, and he encouraged me and Mahavir Prabhu on the top of Calcutta temple, under the roof. There was not very big headroom, but that space was not being used. So he asked us to convert it into a library. It was not easy, just scraping off all this. It's a very old building. All the extra paint and cobwebs and everything, then repainting and laying carpets and getting some furniture, putting the books, all that. So that was one project we were involved with. And then it was hard work, and Calcutta is hot. We used to sweat it out, come, take a shower. Then Guru Maharaj would keep the Mahaprasadam plate from Radha Govinda Devji, and yeah, have lunch prasadam. There were 2 mattresses on the floor. One Guru Maharaj used to sit on and do his work. There was this low table in front of him. And the next mattress was for visiting sannyasis or whoever we used to come. So it's been my habit. I would take a nap, siesta after lunch. So I would go and lie down there. So Guru Maharaj is in the room and I'm fast asleep. And then after maybe an hour or so, he would come and tap me and say, Utpal, that was my name before. Now I'm Upendra Das. So he would tap me and say, get up, time to wake up. So I would get up, go wash up, and then, yeah, do whatever. So it was that kind of very intimate, very close association of Guru Maharaj I got for some time, till I finished my university and I actually moved away from Calcutta to work. 1988, Guru Maharaj brought a bunch of us to Mayapur to help in Gurpurnim time. So he made caps with Bhaktivedanta Youth Service written on it, t-shirts, white t-shirts with blue print. So we were all there, a whole group of us, young boys mainly. I don't remember if any girls had come. We used to do some of the prasadam distribution, and so we became very known to the international group of devotees who came that time. And morning after Mangalarti, Premadhvani, they would even say Bhaktivedanta Youth Service Ki Jai. And so it was nice. We got a lot of association, and Guru Maharaj introduced us to ISKCON world, the right opportunity at that time. After 1988, I didn't see Guru Maharaj for some time. 1990, I think it was 1990, early 1990 or maybe late 1989, I had gone to Delhi, Vrindavan like that, and Madhav Prabhu had taken with me on his first trip also to Vrindavan. And then we came to Delhi and there was a Rath Yatra going on. So Guru Maharaj, I met him there. I was very lucky to see him again in Delhi. So we walked the whole stretch of Rath Yatra. Guru Maharaj was asking about what I'm doing and about Madhav Prabhu and like that. I remember it was a very hot day and I saw a mango lassi kind of shop. So I went and had some lassi, and I got a glass of lassi for Guru Maharaj too. I thought he would like it. I didn't expect he started asking me who made it, was it clean, all different kinds of questions. I thought, I should have bought probably. But then of course I understood that you just don't eat or drink food that's made by anybody or everybody. So that was a practical lesson. But anyway, Guru Maharaj still had it. He thought maybe if he didn't have, he would disappoint me, probably, I don't know. So he had it, I remember. So after that, there was a big gap. I didn't see Guru Maharaj for many years. But then I finally met him again in 1998, 1999 in Kathmandu. When he was coming there, we'd go and see him in Kathmandu. Again, we got some close association there. And then after that, I didn't see Guru Maharaj for a long time. Actually, it was 2011. I was in London then, living there, working. I met Guru Maharaj in 2011. 2014, again he came to Bhaktivedanta Manor. So I remember we took him to the Goshala. There's lots of photos of Guru Maharaj's trip to the Goshala. He gave some very beautiful classes, class on Swadharma. And then finally I was driving him back to Heathrow Airport, and he's sitting next to me, and I just asked him, so Guru Maharaj, where would you like to retire? Or where would you like to be? So he said, he kind of nudged me with his elbow, and he said, for a sannyasi there is no retirement. Which of course obvious. His life has been like that and will be like that, that he is using his life entirely in serving Srila Prabhupada and his mission. It's not the way many people think, okay, I've done my bit now, I'm getting old, so let me relax and retire. No, there's nothing like that in his head. Then again, I met him last year. I moved to Mayapur in 2016. Last 2019 winter, Guru Maharaj was here. We spent quite some time together. Also, he was looking for some land. Shridham Prabhu was here. Our Vishnurata Prabhu is here. So we all met him several occasions. And I took him also to show some land around Mayapur, like that. So yeah, I don't know. If I think more, maybe I'll remember some specific instances. But Guru Maharaj is very austere. He's very fixed in his mood, service to Srila Prabhupada. At the same time, he with us is very kind, I feel. So that should make us complacent. I met Guru Maharaj when I was 22 and he was 40. Today I'm 56 and Guru Maharaj is 75. When I meet him, I ask him about his health. It seems okay, that his health is all right from outside, but he's not slowing down because of his age and in his service to Srila Prabhupada. So I pray to Krishna that he gives our dear Guru Maharaj many more years here on this planet, so we can get his association and also get the opportunity to serve him nicely. I think that's all for now. Thank you so much for listening, watching this. Hare Krishna.